Hello, Aries. It is time for your June reading. We're going to start out with some energy cards to see what kind of your energy Aries is working with here in the month of June. You have the Founder, Foundations and Community. So this does feel like you're working in your community on some project, perhaps a project that you came up with or that you had a lot of input or were on the committee that helped decide what the project should be. So you may be put in charge of it, or at a minimum, you are participating in it in some way, in some sort of organizer type way or leadership. So you're not just attending the event, you are participating. You're either a vendor there, a speaker, one of the organizers, you're working one of the booths, you're doing something actively at this event. And this may be something that supports a foundations, the founder, foundations and community. Some of you may even be creating or in the process of creating a foundation to help support a certain community, where you're going to be one of the founding members. The word founding, it's just all over everything right now. Founder, founder, founder. So you may be, what is this? What am I seeing here? I'm seeing you working on paperwork to begin a foundation or to finalize, put the last bits of the legal work into it. So dotting the I's, crossing the T's, making sure everything is in order so that you can roll this out so that you can announce it to the community, to make it a thing for the first time. Interesting energy. Very Aries-like. All right. Let's see what tarot messages we have for you. So like maybe being down at City Hall, that type of thing, or actually in court. Nah, it feels more like a City Hall. The official documents, filings, etc. Things like that. All right. Yeah. Tarot cards. We are starting with the Knight of Wands, the Four of Pentacles, the Nine of Swords, stay, the Chariot, and the Three of Cups. So it feels like this is going to be a success. You're going to be able to pull this off. There is going to be some worries, some fears, some doubts, but you're going to make it happen. You're going to have to act quickly and maybe make some quick decisions, but you're going to make it happen and you're going to be celebrating about it at the end of the day. So let's get into these cards here. We're starting off with the Knight of Wands. Wands are a fire element. Passionate, eager, excited, active, vitality, active, like physical active. The Knight, they're on it, they're quick, they're ready to go. So they have all the information. Now they're acting on it. They are trying different things. They're trying to getting everything together. They're usually in a hurry. They're fast acting. So there could have been a lot of work that's gone up and planning that's gone up into it now. And now you're starting to put things in motion. You're getting all that paperwork together. You're ready to take it down to that courthouse and get it all legalized and officiated, whatever the right term is. But it is a very busy time, very active time. And it feels like time, it's just flying by. Deadlines are coming up quick. But you're ready. You're going to make it happen. Now we do have the Four of Pentacles and the Nine of Swords here. The Four of Pentacles can indicate a need to make sure that you have the funding in place before you have all the paperwork filed, or when you go to get that last signature or that last stamp. They're going to probably want proof of funds, is what I'm feeling here. I love it when it gets kind of specific. They're going to want proof of funds. So you want to make sure that all of the backers have finished, that you've got all the checks, everything's in the account, that you have an account set up for this, because it needs its own account. You got to be ready. You got to have all the funding in place. It's very specific on that. So you may also need somebody who acts as the accountant or specifically that handles the finances for this. It could be an accounting firm where you have a preliminary agreement or something like that, but that's stuff that's going to have to be filed along with all the other paperwork. They're going to want to know that that is ready and secured. And then we have the Nine of Swords. Swords are an air element, and this is all about communication and education, knowledge. You may have a fear that you're missing something. Yeah, that's what it feels like. A fear like you're missing something, you're forgetting something. Make a checklist. Maybe even call the office or the clerk's office or whatever it is and go through over the phone like what are all the documents in place, or maybe they have a website they can refer you to that has a clear list of all of the documents and things that are required to have in place and with you when you go in so that you can have, okay, yep, check, I have that, check, I have that. Wait, highlight this. We need to go back and make sure that this is done. Check, I have this, check, I have that. So you want to make sure everything is lined up, everything is there. Trust this niggling feeling that something is missing, though. That's the guidance I'm getting here. Double check everything, triple, quadruple. Have somebody else go over it too, just to make sure you're not forgetting something or like a signature on a certain page or initializing. There are certain places where you're going to need to initialize. Make sure you cover those, that you see those, that you have those done. You just want to make sure you're dotting all the I's and crossing all the T's, essentially, for this card. But trust that it does not hurt to double check. Don't rush through this part. Don't be impatient through this part. If you have a Capricorn friend or somebody like that who, or a Virgo or somebody who is into the details and likes to dig into that part, let them say, here, can you verify that we have everything we need? Thank you for your help. They will be happy to help. Don't be too independent here. And then the Chariot. This is a major arcana card. It does indicate success, but it indicates also some quick decisions that are going to have to be made. And you are going to be the one who has to make those decisions. So it could be when you're going through this paperwork, there's an option. Well, if we go that we need this, if we're going to do this, or we need this other form, if we're going to do that. Somebody has to make that decision, and that's going to be you. Which way do you want to go? Which way do you want to take this? This is a decision that you're going to be responsible for making. And then we have the Three of Cups. Cup of emotions, or cups are about emotions. It's a water element and intuition. But this is a card of celebrating with friends, with community. It may have just been the team that's been putting this paperwork together. This might be the day that you go and you hand everything over to the city, the county, the state, whoever it is. And then you guys go out to just have drinks and celebrate that you've accomplished that and everything's been accepted for review or whatever the next steps are. And there's a sense of celebration, of success, of joy, of happiness. Or maybe even discussing next steps now what, when are we going to announce it, etc., things like that. But definitely a feeling of success. Now, does this mean that every one of you are working on this type of project? No, this could be related to something with work too. A project at work that is a keystone or a key project. Something that's going to change the way things are done or shift things or create a new work team that's going to benefit the company, which is another form of community. And then you apply that same thing to all of this. They're still needing to get the proposals done and things like that. See if we have funding for it or not. Make sure you got everything covered. Double check everything. Tap into your detail-oriented people. And then make any other decisions. You're going to have some autonomy on this project, or you're the one making some decisions. And that's up to you. Commit to whatever that decision is. So make sure it's something you truly believe in and that you can explain to the higher ups or to the other people who are going to be asking questions about this later. And then a sense of success and celebrating with your team on having accomplished this. All right, let's see what we have on the bottom of the deck. The Nine of Pentacles, also indicating success. This is a card. So pentacles are an earth element, and this can be about home, work, finances. Four of Pentacles here, needing to make sure you have all the funding. The Nine of Pentacles, this is a card of success, of resting on your laurels, if you will, enjoying that success, taking time to feel it, to sit with it, to celebrate it, to acknowledge it. You did it. You made this happen. This is something you created. You were a huge part of this. Acknowledge that. Enjoy that space. Enjoy that energy. It's going to feel, it's a sense of a little bit of a quiet pride, but just such a sense of satisfaction. And maybe even taking a couple days off to just enjoy and rest before the next leg of this journey kicks off. And Aries, that is what I have for you for June. Pretty active, but very positive. Please hit that like button and please hit subscribe to help me grow my channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you later.